In every corner of AlUla, adventure calls. A land where the desert turns into a living museum. Where sandstone cliffs glow like fire at sunset. And ancient history hides in every canyon. Here, the world feels different. Like you've stepped into a place that belongs to another planet. And we are here to uncover it. To journey into places where cliffs rise like monuments, canyons carve stories in stone, and the night sky shines brighter than anywhere else on Earth. Welcome to Dynamic Expeditions. Welcome to a brand new adventure journey. Welcome to episode 67. I'm Aditya, and today I bring you the Top 10 Adventures You Must Try in AlUla, Saudi Arabia. Raw landscapes, extreme thrills, unforgettable experiences carved by desert winds and ancient civilizations. In our last episode, episode 66, we explored top 10 iconic foods, Taste of Greece Greek Sparkles Vertical Bar Travel Guide in Hindi. If you missed it, the link is in the description, make sure to check it out. If you are new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications bell to join us on these epic journeys. Today, we'll explore 10 exhilarating adventures. Each one wild, breathtaking, and truly once in a lifetime. If you love travel, nature, and discovering a place through adrenaline-fueled moments, you are in the right place. Because only on Dynamic Expeditions do we explore the world through its most extreme experiences. For the ultimate experience, watch in full screen and let AlUla's desert cliffs, ancient canyons, and starry skies pull you in. Now, let's begin today's expedition. Episode 67. Saudi Arabian Fire Desert Balloon. Today's 10th AlUla, Saudi Arabia adventure is Sunset Cliff Viewpoints. The cliffs of AlUla offer panoramic views of the desert valleys and rock formations. When you stand on the edge, you can see the vastness of the desert stretching out like an endless ocean of sand and stone. The landscape is not just flat, it's full of layers, ridges, and deep valleys carved by wind over millions of years. As the sun starts to descend, the entire scene begins to transform. The bright daylight fades, and the cliffs slowly start to glow. First, they turn golden, then orange, and finally, deep red like the rocks are burning from within. It feels like nature is putting on a show just for you. The air becomes cooler, the wind picks up slightly, and the silence becomes louder. Every minute, the colors change, and the shadows move, making the cliffs look completely different every time you blink. This is not just a viewpoint. It's a moment where time stops, and the desert reveals its true beauty. Fun fact: AlUla's cliffs look so unreal that people compare them to Mars. And it's not just a simple comparison, the red rocks, the barren landscape, and the vast open sky create a scene that feels like another planet. In fact, many travelers say that when they see AlUla at sunset, they feel like they've left Earth behind. The rocks have a unique texture, rough, weathered, and ancient. The shapes of the cliffs are like sculptures made by wind and time. The color change is also very special. During sunset, the cliffs reflect the sun's light in a way that makes them look like they're glowing. It's not just color, it's like the cliffs are alive. That's why so many photographers and filmmakers choose AlUla for dramatic desert shots. History: AlUla was a major stop on the ancient incense trade route, making it historically important. Thousands of years ago, Traders traveled through this region carrying precious goods like frankincense and myrrh. These were not ordinary items, they were considered luxury products and were highly valuable in ancient civilizations. The traders would travel in caravans, crossing harsh deserts and dangerous routes. AlUla was one of the key resting points where they could find shelter, water, and guidance. The cliffs and valleys were not just beautiful. They were also landmarks that helped travelers navigate through the desert. Imagine walking through these same valleys, following the same paths as ancient traders. The cliffs you see today are the same cliffs that watched over the caravans for centuries. Every rock has a story. Every canyon has a memory. That's what makes this place so powerful. It's not only visually stunning, but it also carries the weight of history. Pro tip: reach 30 minutes early to capture the full sunset color change. But here's the real tip: don't just aim for the moment when the sun disappears. The most magical time is actually before and after the sunset. Arrive early so you can choose the best spot, set up your camera, and feel the environment. As the sun lowers, the light becomes softer, and the shadows become longer. This is when the cliffs start to glow. After the sun goes down, stay a little longer for the blue arc. This is the time when the sky turns deep blue and the cliffs look even more dramatic. Also, bring a tripod for stable shots and wear comfortable shoes because the ground can be uneven. And if you want the best experience, try to visit on a clear day. Clouds can block the sunlight and reduce the dramatic colors. Best time: October to March. During these months, the weather is cooler and the desert is more comfortable for exploring. The summer months can be extremely hot, which makes outdoor adventures difficult. From October to March, the temperature is pleasant and the sunsets are clearer. The sky is often free of hatch, which makes the colors more vivid. If you want the perfect shot, plan your visit during winter months like December or January, when the air is crisp and the desert looks even more beautiful. Today's 9th AlUla, Saudi Arabia adventure is off-road 4x4 desert expedition. High-speed 4x4 rides through rocky terrain, hidden valleys, and sand dunes. When you hit the desert in a 4x4, it feels like you are entering a completely different world, a world that changes every few minutes. The vehicle climbs over rough rocky ridges, speeds across sandy plains, and dives into hidden valleys that are invisible from the main roads. The landscape is wild and unpredictable, with steep slopes, sudden drops, and sand dunes that shift shape with the wind. The thrill isn't just in the speed, it's in the feeling of freedom, the raw power of the 4x4, and the way the desert opens up in front of you like a massive playground. The wind blows strong, the sand dusts the air, and the horizon stretches endlessly. Every turn reveals a new scene, and every moment feels like a new discovery. Fun fact: AlUla's desert landscape is shaped by winds that move dunes every year. The dunes are never the same, and the desert is constantly evolving. This means even if you visit the same spot again, the routes and shapes will be different, making every trip unique. The wind creates new patterns and forms, turning the desert into a living, changing landscape. History: AlUla was once part of a major ancient trade network connecting Arabia. Thousands of years ago, traders traveled through this region carrying spices, incense, and precious goods across vast distances. The desert routes were challenging and dangerous, but they were also essential for connecting distant civilizations. Today, when you drive through the same valleys in a 4x4, You can feel the echoes of those ancient caravans, the same paths, the same desert wind, and the same vast silence that once guided travelers through Arabia. Pro tip: go with a local guide for hidden routes and best views. Local drivers know the desert like the back of their hand. They can take you to secret valleys, safe dune slopes, and viewpoints that most tourists never see. They also know the safest routes, especially during windy days when the dunes can shift suddenly. For the best experience, choose a vehicle with good suspension, carry water, and wear sunglasses to protect from the sand. Best time: October to March. During these months, the weather is cooler and more comfortable for long desert drives. The summer heat can be intense, making off-road expeditions difficult and exhausting. October to March offers clear skies, pleasant temperatures, and dramatic sunsets, perfect for 4x4 adventures. Today's 8th AlUla, Saudi Arabia adventure is canyon exploration. Description: walking through AlUla's narrow sandstone canyons feels like stepping into a natural maze carved by time itself. The canyon walls rise high above you, creating a tunnel of stone that looks like it was shaped by an ancient artist. As you move deeper inside, the light changes constantly. Bright sunlight at the entrance, then soft shadows in the middle, and finally a warm glow near the end where the sun finds its way through the narrow openings. The walls are smooth and layered, showing the history of wind and water that shaped them over millions of years. Each step you take reveals new textures, curves, and patterns. Sometimes the canyon becomes so tight that you have to move carefully, feeling the stone close on both sides. The air feels cooler inside, and the silence is different. It's not empty, it's full of echoes of the wind and the sound of your own footsteps. Exploring these canyons is not just a walk, it's like entering a secret world hidden inside the desert. Fun fact: some canyons are so narrow that only one person can pass at a time. These tight passages are called slot canyons, and they create a thrilling feeling because the walls are so close and the path twists unexpectedly. Many travelers describe it as both exciting and a little scary because you never know what the next corner will reveal. But that's the beauty of it, every turn feels like a new discovery. History: these canyons were formed by natural erosion over thousands of years. Wind, rain, and water flow slowly carved the sandstone, creating deep grooves and narrow passages. Over time, the rock layers were shaped into smooth curves and dramatic walls. The process is slow, but the results are powerful. These canyons are like the desert's own architecture. Walking through them is like walking through the history of the earth, where nature has been shaping the landscape for millions of years. Each layer of stone tells a story, and each curve shows the power of time and elements. Pro tip: wear grip shoes because the rocks can be slippery. The sandstone can become smooth, and if there is any moisture or sand on the surface, it becomes easy to slip. It's also important to carry water and move carefully, especially in the narrow sections. If you want the best experience, go with a guide who knows the safe routes and can lead you through the canyon safely. Also, try to visit early in the day to avoid the hottest hours, because even in cooler months, the desert sun can be strong. Best time: October to March. During these months, the weather is more comfortable for walking and exploring, and the temperature is perfect for long hikes. The summer heat can make canyon exploration difficult and exhausting, so it's best to avoid visiting during the hottest months. October to March gives you cooler air, clear skies, and more enjoyable adventure conditions. Today's 7th AlUla, Saudi Arabia adventure is hiking Elephant Rock. Hiking around Elephant Rock is like walking through a natural art gallery carved by time. The rock itself is a massive sandstone formation shaped by wind erosion, and from a distance, it looks exactly like a giant elephant standing in the desert. As you approach, the size becomes more real. The elephant towers over you, with its trunk-like shape and rounded body, and the surface shows layers of ancient rock that have been worn down slowly over thousands of years. The hike is not just about reaching the rock, it's about experiencing the desert landscape that surrounds it, the red-orange sand, the rugged terrain, and the vast open sky. You walk along sandy paths, climb small ridges, and move through rocky terrain while the elephant-shaped rock stays in view like a silent guardian. The best part is the feeling of being tiny in front of something so huge and ancient. The rock looks different from every angle, and the changing sunlight makes it glow in warm colors, turning it into a breathtaking natural sculpture. Fun fact: Elephant Rock took thousands of years to form and still keeps changing. The wind constantly shapes the sandstone, slowly carving new patterns and smoothing old edges. Even today, the rock continues to evolve, meaning the elephant rock you see now will look slightly different in the future. This is the power of nature, a slow but unstoppable force that keeps reshaping the desert landscape. History: the rock is part of the ancient sandstone mountains of AlUla. These mountains were formed millions of years ago, and the region has been shaped by natural forces for centuries. AlUla's sandstone mountains are famous for their dramatic shapes and unique formations, and Elephant Rock is one of the most iconic examples. This area has a long geological history, and the rock formations are like natural monuments that tell the story of the Earth's past. Walking around Elephant Rock is like walking through a timeline of nature, where each layer of stone represents a different era. Pro tip: go early morning to avoid heat and crowds. The desert sun can become very intense later in the day, and the hike can feel exhausting. Early morning not only keeps the temperature comfortable, but it also gives you the best light for photography, soft golden hues and long shadows that make the rock look even more dramatic. Also, go with a guide or follow marked paths to avoid getting lost, and wear comfortable shoes because the terrain can be rocky and uneven. Best time: October to March. During these months, the weather is cooler and more pleasant for hiking. The summer months can be extremely hot, making outdoor activities difficult. October to March offers clear skies, comfortable temperatures, and stunning sunrise and sunset views. If you want the perfect experience, try visiting early in the morning during winter months like December or January, when the air is crisp and the desert looks even more vibrant. Today's 6th AlUla, Saudi Arabia adventure is desert camping under the Milky Way. Desert camping in AlUla is not just a night outdoors, it's a full sensory experience that makes you feel like you've stepped into another world. As the sun sets, the desert transforms from bright gold to deep orange, and then to dark purple. The air becomes cooler, the silence grows deeper, and the desert starts to glow under the first stars. When you reach your camp, you'll find luxury tents set up on the sand, with soft lighting, comfortable bedding, and a cozy atmosphere that still keeps the raw desert warm. The real magic begins after the campfire is lit. You sit outside, feeling the cool night air, and look up at the sky. The stars appear one by one, and soon the entire sky is filled with tiny lights, like someone has sprinkled glitter across a black canvas. The Milky Way becomes visible as a bright, cloudy band stretching across the sky, and the whole scene feels surreal, like you are lying beneath the universe itself. The silence is broken only by the sound of the wind and the crackling fire, creating a peaceful and almost spiritual atmosphere. This is the kind of experience that makes you feel small, but also deeply connected to nature. Fun fact: AlUla is one of the best places in the world for stargazing due to minimal light pollution. Because the area is remote and far from city lights, the night sky appears incredibly clear and bright. The stars look sharper, the Milky Way looks more defined, and even faint constellations become visible. Many travelers say that the sky here looks like it's closer than anywhere else, and the stars seem so bright that you can almost reach out and touch them. This makes AlUla a dream destination for astronomy lovers and anyone who wants to witness the universe in its purest form. History: nomads used to camp in this desert for centuries. Long before luxury tents and guided tours, people lived and traveled through these deserts with simple, practical camping setups. The desert was their home, and the night sky was their map. They used the stars to navigate and to understand the changing seasons. Their tents were basic, but the experience was similar. They also slept under the Milky Way, feeling the vastness of the desert and the sky above. Camping in AlUla today is a modern version of that ancient lifestyle, but the feeling remains the same: a deep connection to nature, a sense of freedom, and the beauty of the desert night. Pro tip: carry a warm jacket, nights can get very cold. Even if the daytime temperature is warm, the desert loses heat quickly after sunset, and the temperature drops significantly. It's important to be prepared, especially if you plan to stay outside for a long time. Also, bring a flashlight and a headlamp, because walking around the camp at night can be tricky in the dark. If you want to capture the stars on camera, use a tripod and a long exposure setting. And if you want the best view, avoid nights with a full moon, because moonlight can reduce the visibility of the Milky Way. Best time: November to February. These months offer the clearest skies and the coolest nights, making it perfect for stargazing. The winter months also reduce the risk of extreme heat, so you can enjoy the night comfortably. If you want the best Milky Way view, choose nights when the sky is clear and there is no moon, because the darkness will make the stars appear brighter and the Milky Way more visible. This is the time when the desert feels most magical, quiet, cold, and full of stars. Today's fifth AlUla, Saudi Arabia adventure is via Ferrata Cliff Walk. Via Ferrata in AlUla is one of those rare adventures that makes you feel like you are climbing inside a movie scene. This is not a normal hike, it's a guided iron route climbed along the cliffs, where steel cables and iron rungs are fixed into the rock to help you move safely along vertical walls. As you begin, you are attached to a safety harness and connected to the cable, which gives you a strong sense of security even while you are climbing high above the desert floor. The path runs along the cliff face, sometimes narrow, sometimes wider, and always dramatic. You feel the rock under your hands, the rough texture of sandstone, and the wind pushing against you as you move higher. The view keeps changing with every step. From close-up rock details to wide panoramic scenes of the desert valley below. The cliffs are massive, and the route makes you feel like you are walking on the edge of the world. It's an intense mix of adrenaline and awe, because you are not just seeing the landscape, you are part of it. Every step feels like a challenge, but the safety gear keeps you confident, and the guide leads you through the best path. The moment you reach a viewpoint, you realize why this adventure is so special. The view is like a 360-degree cinematic panorama of AlUla's desert and rock formations. Fun fact: Via Ferrata is rare in the Middle East. AlUla is one of the few places offering it. This makes the experience even more unique because you are doing something that most people can't find anywhere else in the region. Via Ferrata originated in Europe, especially in the Alps, and it's usually found in mountainous areas. So finding it in a desert landscape like AlUla is rare and exciting. It gives travelers a new way to experience the cliffs, not just by looking at them, but by climbing them. History: This route was built to give safe access to cliff views. The cliffs of AlUla are stunning, but they are also steep and dangerous if you try to climb without proper equipment. The Via Ferrata was created so that travelers could safely explore the cliff faces and enjoy the best viewpoints without risking their lives. The iron cables and rungs are anchored into the rock, and the route is designed to follow the safest path while still offering the most dramatic views. This is a modern adventure built on ancient land. The cliffs have been there for millions of years, but now humans have created a way to interact with them safely and boldly. Pro tip: Book in advance, slots fill up fast. Via Ferrata is a popular adventure, and because it requires guides, safety equipment, and limited group sizes, the available slots are limited. If you want the best experience, book your slot early, especially during peak season. Also, wear comfortable athletic clothes and avoid heavy backpacks. The climb can be physically demanding, and the less weight you carry, the easier it will be. Don't forget to bring a water bottle and sunglasses, and make sure you follow the guide's instructions carefully for safety. Best time: October to March. These months offer the most comfortable weather for climbing. The desert heat in summer can make the cliff walk exhausting and risky, so it's best to avoid the hottest months. October to March provides cooler temperatures, clearer skies, and better conditions for outdoor activities. If you want the best views, try visiting early morning or late afternoon, when the sunlight creates dramatic shadows on the cliffs and highlights the rock layers. Today's fourth AlUla, Saudi Arabia adventure is rock climbing in sandstone canyons. Rock climbing in AlUla's sandstone canyons is not just an adventure, it's a raw test of strength, balance, and courage in a landscape that looks like it belongs to another planet. The canyon walls rise high above you, painted in deep red and orange layers. The rock is textured and rough, with natural holds and pockets that feel like nature's own climbing route. As you start climbing, you can feel the history of the canyon in every step. These walls were formed by wind and water over millions of years, and now you are moving up them like a modern explorer. The climb is challenging because the sandstone is soft but still strong enough to support you. Your hands grip the rock tightly, and your feet find tiny edges to push off. Every move requires focus, because the surface is uneven and the holds can be tricky. The higher you go, the more the canyon opens up, and the more dramatic the view becomes. You can feel the heat of the desert on your skin, the wind brushing past, and the sound of your breath echoing against the walls. It's an intense experience, not just physically, but mentally too, because you are constantly pushing yourself to climb higher. The best part is the moment when you reach a ledge or viewpoint. Suddenly the canyon looks like a giant red river cutting through the desert. You can see the layers of rock glowing in the sunlight, and the shadows creating a dramatic contrast. The canyon walls feel like they are watching you, and you realize how small you are in front of such ancient beauty. This is why rock climbing in AlUla is so special. It gives you a chance to physically connect with the landscape, to feel the texture of the rocks, and to experience the desert from a completely different angle. Fun fact: sandstone here is soft enough for climbing but strong enough to hold. This unique balance makes AlUla perfect for climbing because the rock provides natural holds, but it is still durable enough to support the weight and pressure of climbers. The rock layers are also filled with patterns and textures that look like they were carved by an artist. History: rock climbing is a modern adventure activity introduced recently in AlUla. The region has always been famous for its ancient landscapes, but adventure sports like rock climbing have been developed only in the last few years as tourism expanded. Now, AlUla offers a new way to explore the desert, not just by walking, but by climbing. Pro tip: wear gloves to protect your hands. The sandstone can be rough, and long climbs can cause friction and blisters. Also, go with a trained instructor and make sure your safety gear is properly checked. Climbing in the desert can be exhausting, so carry enough water and take breaks when needed. Best time: October to March. During these months, the weather is cooler and more comfortable for climbing. The summer heat can be extreme, making rock climbing risky and tiring. October to March offers clearer skies, pleasant temperatures, and the best conditions for outdoor adventures. Today's third AlUla, Saudi Arabia adventure is desert ATV and dune riding. Desert ATV and dune riding in AlUla is pure adrenaline in its rawest form. The moment the engine starts, the silence of the desert breaks, and an endless stretch of golden dunes opens up in front of you. The ATV cuts through the sand, climbing steep dunes and sliding down sharp slopes, making every second feel intense. The desert here is vast and open, with no roads, no boundaries, just sand, wind, and speed. As you ride forward, the dunes rise like waves, and the feeling is similar to riding across a frozen ocean made of sand. The ride is not just about speed, it's about control. The sand constantly shifts under the tires, forcing you to balance your body with every turn. One moment you are racing across smooth dunes, and the next you are navigating uneven terrain and hidden drops. The wind rushes past your helmet, sand sprays behind you, and your focus locks onto the path ahead. Every climb up a dune feels like a challenge, and every descent makes your heart drop as gravity pulls you forward. At the top of certain dunes, you stop and look around. The view is unreal, endless sand stretching in every direction, shaped into perfect curves by the wind. The desert feels alive, constantly moving and changing. For a brief moment, there is silence again, broken only by the wind rushing across the dunes. Then you accelerate once more, racing down the slope, feeling the thrill rush through your body. This adventure is about freedom. There are no city sounds, no distractions, just you, the machine, and the desert. Desert ATV riding in AlUla lets you experience the landscape in a powerful and immersive way, turning the ancient desert into a high-speed playground. Fun fact: some dunes move several meters each year due to wind. The desert is constantly reshaping itself, which means the dunes you ride today may look completely different in the future. History: ATV riding became popular as tourism developed in AlUla. While ancient travelers crossed this desert on foot or by camel, modern adventurers now explore it through high-powered machines, blending ancient land with modern thrill. Pro tip. Use goggles, sand hits hard at high speed. Also wear gloves and long sleeves, and always follow your guide to avoid unstable dunes. Best time: October to March. Cooler temperatures make riding safer and more enjoyable, with clearer skies and better visibility across the dunes. Today's second AlUla, Saudi Arabia adventure is cliff ziplining. Cliff ziplining in AlUla is one of those adventures where fear and excitement mix the moment you step off the edge. You are standing high above the desert, clipped into a harness, with nothing but open air in front of you. Below, massive rock valleys stretch out, carved over millions of years by wind and time. When the guide gives the signal and you push forward, the ground disappears instantly and you are flying. The speed builds fast. The wind rushes past your ears, and the desert opens up beneath you like a giant cinematic map. From above, the rock formations look unreal: sharp ridges, deep cuts, and layered sandstone glowing in the sunlight. For a few seconds, your mind forgets fear, and your body just reacts to the thrill of movement. You are not walking, not driving, you are suspended in the air, gliding between cliffs like a bird. As you move across the line, the view keeps changing. One side shows towering canyon walls rushing past, while the other opens into a wide desert valley stretching to the horizon. The height makes everything feel larger and smaller at the same time. The cliffs look massive, and you feel tiny in comparison. The silence of the desert contrasts with the speed of the ride, making the experience even more intense. The best moment is when you relax mid-ride. Your body settles into the harness, your arms loosen, and you simply enjoy the flight. The golden light reflects off the rocks, shadows slide across the canyon floor, and the desert feels calm despite the speed. When you finally slow down and reach the other side, there's a rush of relief and excitement, the kind that makes your heart pound even after your feet touch solid ground. Cliff ziplining in AlUla isn't just an adventure, it's a moment of pure freedom in the sky. Fun fact: ziplining gives you a bird's eye view of ancient rock formations. From this height, you can clearly see how the cliffs were shaped by erosion, with layers of rock stacked like pages of history. This adventure was added to boost adventure tourism in AlUla. While the land itself is ancient, activities like ziplining are modern additions that allow travelers to experience the landscape from new and thrilling perspectives. Pro tip: go during golden hour for the best colors. The soft light makes the rocks glow, and the shadows add depth to the valleys, making the ride visually unforgettable. Best time: October to March. Cooler temperatures and clearer skies make ziplining safer and more comfortable. Early mornings and late afternoons during these months offer the most dramatic views. Today's first AlUla, Saudi Arabia adventure is hot air balloon over AlUla. Floating silently above AlUla in a hot air balloon at Sunrise feels like entering another world. As the balloon slowly rises, the desert wakes up beneath you. Vast valleys, towering sandstone cliffs, and ancient rock monuments stretch endlessly in every direction. The early morning light paints the landscape in soft gold and orange tones, making the desert look calm, surreal, and almost unreal. There's no engine noise, no rush, just the sound of the burner and the wind guiding you gently across the sky. From above, AlUla looks like a natural masterpiece shaped over millions of years. The shadows of cliffs move slowly across the desert floor, revealing layers of rock and hidden formations that can't be seen from the ground. The experience feels peaceful yet powerful, a rare moment where time seems to slow down completely. This is not just a ride. It's a once-in-a-lifetime view of one of the most dramatic landscapes on Earth. Fun fact: from above, AlUla looks like a Mars landscape, with red rock formations and vast empty terrain stretching endlessly. History: hot air balloon rides became popular after AlUla opened for tourism, offering travelers a unique aerial view of its ancient desert landscape. Pro tip: book the first flight of the day for the calmest air and the most beautiful sunrise colors. Best time: October to March. And that wraps up episode 67 of Dynamic Expeditions. Globe showing Europe, Africa. From towering sandstone cliffs to endless Arabian desert skies. Today, AlUla tested limits, courage, and the true meaning of adventure in one of the world's most ancient landscapes. Did today's AlUla expeditions blow your mind? Tell me in the comments. Which adventure made your heart race the most? And which one just earned a place on your bucket list? The most creative comment gets pinned by me, Aditya. Speech balloon fire. If this journey through Saudi Arabia's raw desert beauty inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss an expedition into the world's most extreme and untouched places. And hey, share this episode with those friends who believe adventure doesn't live in cities. It lives in silence, sand, and stories carved by time. Globe showing Americas. Got a wild location or an extreme idea for our next expedition? Drop it below. Your suggestion might lead episode 68. Electric light bulb. Until then, keep chasing the horizon. From ancient trade routes to modern adrenaline. From glowing deserts to endless skies. Because here on Dynamic Expeditions, adventure never slows down. Rocket. We'll be back soon with episode 68. New lands, hidden wonders, and journeys shaped by nature and history. Stay fearless, stay curious, and keep exploring with Dynamic Expeditions, where every journey begins beyond the map. Globe with Meridian's fire. 7:45 p.m. sharp alarm clock.